Yeah, major move maker, history done shown it. I created space when I was stuck and claustrophobic. Put in so much work, it's getting tough just not to notice. You'll remember where you were when my career exploded. I don't see the man in the mirror, I see where I'm at in a couple of years. The goal is already in action, it really is closer than what it appears. Cause I've been fighting clean in my match, and I see just where they all at. That's why I'm never turning my back, cause here goes somebody to come interfere. And it's always the ones with the worst work ethic in the business. That's the only time they ever recognize consistency. Wish that some of that would translate to their ambitions, cause they don't seem to give it till it's time to ask forgiveness. I am a level above, I come in and do what I does and take my payment. I'm leading the club, I wish I was making it up, but I can't fake this. For those who are trying to keep the boy down, you ain't gonna stop my greatness. Cause what I've done's too impressive, I'm invested and I won't stop.
Yeah. Flick one of them lighters in the wing. Yeah. Some reason that time. But ain't nobody gonna slow it down. From the indies driven, better park it now. Lawrence Sweetie Drive, hit the TZ mile. It's a side time with the torch now. I've been watching people pick apart the thing that they can put in play. But swervers like that new Honda, gas in your car. I'm probably most gifted genius you will ever face. And me, I'm the most underrated. Resume greatness, made it with damn it's hard. It's type of pesticide to get rid of maggots like a drill sergeant. This time, everything that we do is on the incline. Breaking all the rules, that'll include some of these dudes that is not from the bloodline. But heady, you got me, hard like Rocky. Standing my ground like protest. You will not doubt me or even stop me. Pushing the wire like Bowflex. Cause they down the hooligan. So cutting our movements. Establish the blueprint. Fire Hadouken. To all the confusion, lies and abusing. I've been waiting for people to tell us that they are just jealous and live in the middle of a zealous and speaking so ill to a veteran. Ill with the negligence, all of you feel my adrenaline. We are the new wave. Flow just lasting for days. Kevin, Stephen, and Claire. Better get out of my way. I won't stop. I won't stop.
Yo, Swerve, and we going. I'm sitting thinking of different words that come to terms as to why my world don't get a fair turn. I had to push on my chin and tell them get it again. I turn my losing the wins until my nerves were hurt. From the beginning, rap got from birth. Came from the room, drop, kick the nerd. Kill a track, make a feature earth. Probably leave the earth, pick up the bass at the scene and skirt. Yo, I won't stop till the song slow. Even then, overstay my welcome. Come back when the shit like Rondo. Big bass like Costco. Hot-ish like compost. I rap it toward Toronto. Do you believe you the boss? No, you're selling your dreams, your car, your life, your dog, your son, your wife. You know how much it costs though? We go back to the 8th grade in school watching Beyblade. Schoolboys like Sensei. With them top dogs, I let a grade me since 8. I'm rubbing off like Bengay. Sending rappers to the 6th bay, room 6A. Hey, clothes red like V-Day. That's your present for your B-Day. Chick sassy, she mad established. Got class like a brash assassin. Loyal to me, give me satisfaction. Off topic cause she mad attractive. Move to her cause she bout that action. Dead to her like we closing casting. Now I'm back to rapping. Wait a minute, just say what's up. I work too hard to get these haters laughs, so I'm building classes with my companions.
Let's go. Go.
You're now listening to the Social Punch Podcast. We are drunk responsibly.
Yep.
It comes.
Yep. Yeah. That was the air horn. Didn't ring the bells. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we're live because I don't know how to do technology nowadays. So we're live at the most random time at 4:45. I guess we're gonna do a double feature today. But
Double feature.
Double header. I gotta change my outfit before 8 o'clock tonight.
I'm not changing mine.
So
It's
welcome.
just a sweater.
it's just always Making Productions material that's also on thesocialthought.com/shop. Yeah, well, anyway, we are doing a collab episode today because we have a very, very, very special guest with us today. He has his own podcast as well that we're going to be discussing. It's called Pop the Boys Podcast. If you see a little bit of a change in our background, and you can see like the little Jeff Hardy creeping in the background, because right now we're going to be talking about wrestling, America's favorite pastime, and we got one of our own special guests here. And here's a little clip of the show that he got going.
I don't imagine that it'll be only on Rampage because aren't TBS and TNT like the kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would just make
Yeah. So
They're definitely in bed together.
They be doing things.
they cuddled up.
Doing things.
So, with that being said,
What a clip! What a clip!
Welcome to the show, Mr. Daniel Wright, to the Social Podcast.
Appreciate you.
Applause.
Appreciate you.
Welcome aboard. How's it going today?
Listen, man, it's Sunday. It's a strange time for a podcast, but I wouldn't rather do anything else in the middle of the afternoon than talk wrestling with some good brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So it's like
That's
it's a lot. Is like I said, I don't know technology. No. I guess we're going live right now, and everything is chaotic on Duran's side. So
yeah, I got a crying baby. I have to fight Mick Foley at 2 a.m. for the Hardcore Championship. Too much is going on. I don't like it or respect it. So.
Listen,
bro,
the hardcore title was so prominent in the 90s. They fighting in discovery zones and all that.
Look, man, I'm pretty sure Mick Foley made the championship. I mean, he had some good matches, but like when he involved Crash Holly into it, that's where everything just like it just took off. He was
Crash Holly's the greatest hardcore champion of all time.
Exactly.
Right?
He was doing like hurricane runners to like Pat Patterson in the ball pit. Like it was so much going, like it was so much going on. At one point I thought Hardcore Holly was just a killer. Like it was a lot. It was a lot in the 90s.
Like breaking into his hotel rooms to like cover him while he was sleeping, bro. Like he was a wealthy man.
Exactly.
It was after him.
Like
just for the hardcore title that looked like trash.
It really did. It was a broken up winged eagle. Like
that's all it was. It was just. And then didn't Tommy Dreamer put like a license plate on it at one point?
Yeah, it was just it's a whole mess. Bro.
It got a little crazy, a little shaky on those times. So we don't discuss.
Wasn't mad at it though. Wasn't mad at it though.
And then it was Bradshaw with the bullhorns on it afterwards, and then so
looked too nice. I'm like, bro, what are you doing with that? Like
exactly.
No,
this
ain't
nice. Hardcore no more.
Yeah,
so
now it's corporate core.
Yeah, it wasn't it.
But now that we got you on, of course, like I said, we're going to be talking about wrestling today and everything like that. But as you just seen with the clip just now, that you have your own podcast, and that's the Pop the Boys podcast. That's the name of it.
That is correct.
All right. How did that come about?
Man. Well, we've all had a group chat with each other since like 2014. You know, a couple people came, a couple went, but you know, for the most part, it was always the same core group of people. And you know, we use the day-to-day business lingo that people use in wrestling, you know, that you don't normally use with other things. So, you know, I'm a big fan of the New Day podcast. It's probably I spent the most time listening to that podcast of any other podcast. And, you know, they were talking about Pop the Boys. You do stuff to Pop the Boys, you know, get a good laugh out of the boys, you know, get some tee-heeing out the boys. So you know, when we were talking about it, I said, pop the boys. Like, that's all we look to do. We just want to pop the boys. So it's basically just 7 friends who just, you know, we love this business. We've attended shows together. We watch them together. You know, everyone gathers at someone's house to watch them where we go. So it's just, you know, we all have different opinions of things too. Like there's one guy on the show who's like, you could tell he's just like super anti WWE now. And like he's just fed up, you know. But as far as where I feel like I'm in an open relationship with WWE. You know, it's like we're gonna be together forever, but I'm gonna see other people while we continue on. You know, so it's definitely a great. I love talking wrestling. I could literally talk wrestling with people. I love arguing with people about it because I'm very opinionated in what I feel. But I do know it's an opinion. But you know. Some people try to test some of my opinions, and then I gotta hit them with the facts to shut them up real quick.
Yeah, they try to test your gangster a little bit. You know?
That you know, I hate to have to do it to them, but I don't lose. So
yeah, you know that's how it is. You know, because when we're talking about wrestling, it is a very intense subject, and for the people that's going to be probably chiming in here and being like, "Oh, wrestling's fake." First of all, your mother's fake. All right, so we'll just start off with that. her tits are fake, her makeup's fake. Oh no, I'm kidding. That's just going way too far. But you
We
know,
don't say
like
nothing about that, you know.
yeah, you know. So like
Whatever.
we don't say nothing about that. And every day that we see on reality TV or the Avengers, like none of that stuff is real either. So let us live our life. You do your thing, we do ours, and
Right.
that's what we're gonna call it.
Absolutely. I don't
We enjoy
understand
the
the people
fandom.
that do that.
I don't get it either. That people be like, well, you know, wrestling's real or wrestling's fake, and then they go and like watch hours of Jersey Shore. Like, sir, you know Snooki got punched in the face for real, and then nothing came out of that, right? Like they just hyped that up. No, okay, cool. Let me
Yeah.
just go rewatch Chris Benoit.
She got hit real hard.
She really got punched in the face. Like
She got hit real hard.
like
She didn't have to sell it either because that shit was real.
She got hit with the random bus driver punches.
Yeah, that was
Going to jail
nasty
now.
work.
Oh.
Nasty work.
So obviously we just came right now. We're into February right now, but we just came out of the Royal Rumble recently, a very controversial Royal Rumble, so to speak. Off rip. But before we get to that conversation, like I know the answer to this question with Daniel already, but we still gonna ask it for the viewers that's tuning in right now. So we're gonna go around the table here and kind of list off our, let's say, top three, because top one, top two is kind of hard for certain people. So we'll go with our top three favorite superstars from past and present.
You want me to start this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number one is Shawn Michaels, and that's just clear as day. It'll never be different. He was my first favorite wrestler. He embodies being the total package of a superstar, and that man could do it all. Then got injured, took off for 4 years, came back better than he was for another 8-9 years. Shawn Michaels is the greatest in-ring performer and storyteller, in my opinion, of all time. He will always be my favorite wrestler. I'm going to say probably Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be number two, just because that man changed the whole business. He showed me a different side of wrestling and psychology with, like, you know, the way that he draws a match out. I was really able to learn a lot from that. As far as third, it's not solidified, honestly, and especially if I want to put someone present day in there, it'd probably be Kenny Omega, honestly. I love Kenny so much, and you can't really outperform Kenny, and he's just amazing. There's so many great wrestlers, like there's so many people that like are incredible that are out there, like, you know, the Ospreys, the Okadas, you know, the Shingos, Bryan Danielson, you know, I love all these people, but as far as like, you know, for top people that like, oh, I will watch anything they do from any time period, I'll say Shawn, Austin, and Kenny Omega probably.
Facts. All righty, King Apollo.
All right. So I'm going second. So for me, either version of the fusion dance you can do. So for me, I'd have to go first for past. It has to be The Rock. When I first started watching wrestling, The Rock was it for me. Like, and you can do any iteration of The Rock. You can do Young Maivia. You can do Nation of Domination. You can even do when he was on his Tooth Fairy game plan, like Hollywood Rock, when he tagged with Eugene for like 2-3 matches. like I just love The Rock. Like, he's so, like, any person that can sell an elbow to your chest, like, there's Triple H who's gone on record to be like, yeah, it was stupid, but he sold it. Like, that was it. Like, they used to play, like, I remember when I forgot what podcast I was listening to where they used to place Stone Cold and Rock used to have bets to see how good The Rock would sell the stunner.
Oh yeah, that's why he started doing it so obnoxiously. Because
yes. Yeah. So that, like, and because of that, then you get the one-off variation of the Scott Hall stunner.
Yeah.
like, yo, like
Biggest.
just that alone. I think like The Rock, like especially now with Roman Reigns and how he's like, oh, I'm the head of the table. I feel like The Rock like did it for the Samoans. Mind you, there's been a lot of Samoans who changed the game.
He did it for The Rock.
Thank
He
you.
did it for the
Sorry.
people.
Like The Rock, even though The Rock like he was such a wrestling guy. Like everybody was like, all right, he's a wrestler, or oh, he can do this. Like when Kurt Angle came in, Kurt Angle did like real wrestling. But The Rock was just like, nah, man, I'm gonna just take this job and run with it. Even when he came back and he had that whole beef with CM Punk where he just wanted one more match for one more title, I still like that. Second on the list, I'm gonna go with Keith Lee because he's big and I'm big, and that man can move.
Okay.
I tweeted at him that he might be my biological father.
Like even if you look at his NXT run, you can look at his PWG run where he was in like the Bola
Yes,
things
sir.
with it's him. I think it's him. Okay. Hello.
Theory just came out of nowhere with that. I don't know what happened.
She agreed with me apparently for Keith Lee.
Huh?
It's him. Who was it? Leo Rush. I forgot who the third person is, but like if you look at like his previous stuff, I like Keith Lee because I'm big and he can do things like anytime he does a Canadian Destroyer, I'm like, okay, so you gotta relax. Especially
I saw. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I saw him live once at Progress in Queens, and I don't even remember who he wrestled, but he was on the Evolve show. He was the Evolve champion.
Okay.
And just seeing him live, bro, was just like, and then hearing that, what the Grizzly Magnum, is that what he calls that? Ooh, bro, come on, that man is defying gravity one match at a time.
I'm so mad what WWE did with him because let me tell you something. When he used to have matches, especially in Evolve with Dijakovic, I think that's where I seen him do the Canadian Destroyer first, and I was like, all right, who are you and why can you move like this?
For real.
And then like I found out that he had a whole tag team with Shane Taylor from Ring of Honor, and I was like, okay. Now
Shout out Shane Taylor Productions.
Right. Especially that I don't know if you've seen the final Ring of Honor show, Dre, but Shane Taylor and Kenny King, that match, I thought Kenny King died. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that spot outside.
Yo, by the ladder, I was like, okay.
Nasty.
I was like, okay, that ladder didn't sell anything, sir. You're dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't. Kenny King needs his flowers too, but we'll leave.
Shout out Kenny King for sure.
He's still going strong.
Right.
He's been grinding.
Right.
Have been grinding.
He's man.
For so long.
My third, I don't know if I have a third because I want to go obviously Kenny Omega because remember Jay when I started the whole New Japan kick, Kenny was it. Kenny the Cleaner started me for. That's how I learned about Shibata. That's how I learned about Ishii.
Talk to him.
Yep, that's
Talk to him.
That's how I learned about Big Mike. That's how I learned about who Chaos was, and then I learned about Tanahashi and Okada because I would stay up to like 6 or 7 in the morning trying to watch all the Wrestle Kingdom, so I know what's going on.
It's a great event. Great event.
It is, but why is it like they only show it at like 1 in the morning? And you're just like, all right. And then you realize it's 2 nights. And then you go, okay, never mind. I'm not going to see all of this.
The 2-night extravaganza is ridiculous.
It is.
2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom is crazy.
I realized.
As you see now, they got that with WrestleMania. So
yeah, it's absurd.
I feel like, but you know what's crazy? I feel like night 2 of WrestleMania never goes out for night 1. Like, I still don't forgive Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for counting out loud before she hit. Who was it? I forgot who she was wrestling, but she counted out loud before she did her like second rope rock bottom. and you watch her count. I was like, bitch, if you don't stop counting, what's wrong with you? But yeah, I don't think I have a third fully, only because like I want to go Kenny, but D Wright already chose Kenny, so
Listen, there's enough Kenny to go around.
There's enough Kenny to go around, but
there's enough Kenny to go around.
I'm gonna choose Kenny because
you can't not.
Yeah, it's Kenny. Come on,
Kenny,
Dre,
2 for 2 so far.
Dre, I'm pretty sure I know at least one of yours is Jeff Hardy. I'm sure of it, right?
It's not.
No.
One of his is Rey Mysterio.
Don't you curse that bullshit on me, Duran.
It's Rey Mysterio, right, Dre?
Don't you do that bullshit. I will cancel this whole 2K22 launch ASAP.
Sir, man, give Rey Mysterio his flowers, even though he might partially be a killer.
You now do you don't like Ray because he's a murderer? What's going on?
I don't like Ray because
he's Ray.
It all started when that nigga beat Jack Swagger for the world title. And I was just like, Jack Swagger deserved this. Rey Mysterio does not. And the hate just kept building off of him.
Wait,
and it was
so
just
hold on.
Yo, this is Dre, I'm mind blown right now. This is
I know.
This is something.
Trust me. Why did he do that?
So wait.
Says he has a Pokemon card of Mae Young. But yeah, so at that point it just got to like I couldn't stand seeing him in the ring. Winning matches that he shouldn't have won. He shouldn't have beat Wade Barrett. He shouldn't have beat fucking Dolph Ziggler those other times. Like us.
So what about when he beat Mark Henry at Tribute for the Troops? You didn't like that?
I was glad when Brock Lesnar beat him and his son's ass. That's all.
That shit was hard.
The fact that you still have that picture, and I still have the video of when Corbin threw him off the building.
Oh yeah,
with the Eric Andre music.
But
this hate sounds real personal, Jay. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds real personal.
Oh no, it digs deep, sir. He don't like that he hides his face away from the camera every time he takes off his mask. Like we don't know what his face looks like. He completely discredit anything he did in WCW. Like anything Ray did in WCW, discredit. Like
now he's putting people on ice. What?
Wait, you actually worked for it. All right, Giancarlo, shut up.
So, but yeah,
I think that was a murder joke.
I think so.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to be the communist of the group. I'm sorry, because all of my top three are WWE guys, and Omega will not be on this list. I'm sorry, and it's actually going to be a controversial number one. So my number one all time is Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
I ain't mad at that at all.
I see. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
Brock Lesnar, even though he gets the hate for everything in life, just this man going there for the initial 2 years, beating the hell out of everybody from The Rock to Hulk Hogan to Undertaker to all the legends, goes off, faces Eddie Guerrero and Goldberg, have those fantastic matches and leave. Okay. He faced Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle too.
You said
Goldberg was not fantastic.
I'm about to say,
at least he had it, bro. That was in his resume, so to speak. So.
Oh God, sir, come on now.
But we don't count that. That was his last match. He wasn't
with Stone Cold as the ref. Dear Lord,
we don't even count WrestleMania 20 at all.
God.
But so yeah, he does that. Obviously, he leaves, play for the Vikings for like a half a game, and go to the UFC, becomes heavyweight champion. Even though he gets his ass kicked his last couple of fights, he comes back and has like crazy matches with CM Punk, John Cena for the past like probably 10 years now. And he's just an athletic freak. Like there's just not much. Like someone said it that when he cares about you, he'll sell for you. And Brock Lesnar is one of the greatest sellers that we have.
Doesn't get talked about enough. I'll tell you that. Does not get talked about fucking enough.
So
like 100%.
First of all, if we're gonna do great sellers, another person D Wright that Dre does not like, he doesn't like Dolph Ziggler.
Come on, bro. Now you're just being selfish.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Early on, I gave him the credit, but nowadays I just like, what is your point? But we'll get to that.
You can think that now, that's fine. But like,
right.
that man's selling ability is insane. But I
Yeah.
do want to tell you a crazy Brock Lesnar stat, which blows my mind because I legit can't think of anyone else who has this accolade.
Mhm.
Since Brock has first debuted in WWE, that man has only held heavyweight championships. He has
That shit's
never,
crazy.
ever held anything less than a heavyweight championship his entire time in the company.
Wait, isn't he also
That's
the
crazy.
only like current WWE star to ever win a UFC heavyweight championship and the IWGP
And the
heavyweight champion?
WWE, yeah,
And and WWE as well. Yeah,
yeah,
so
no one else done that.
yeah, Brock gets his flowers.
Brock sold one of the greatest choke slams I've ever seen in my entire life.
With the
Like,
Undertaker.
the
Like, the
Undertaker
man
one
literally
with the
bounced
red
up.
jet. Bro,
Yeah.
he was up here, he bounced and his whole body said whoop and just spun. Bro, come on, man. He had such
Yeah.
good matches with the little dudes too, like with Brian and with
Oh
Finn
my
and
God.
AJ. Come on,
His
bro.
his match with Brian, bro. I forgot Brock was Brock, and I genuinely was like, all right, this match is amazing. Like
Yeah.
Brian made it seem like he could fight. Brock was like, all right, let's do this. I still wanted a Brock versus Keith Lee match, but you know, I got what I got. So
Big boy.
He
Yeah.
said that the Rumble, bro.
yo, he was like, yeah, he's like, you a big motherfucker. I was like, yeah.
That was
And shout
Yeah,
out
that was-
top notch Brock Lesnar that we got right now. Because this Brock
yeah.
that we got right now is one of the greatest Brocks I've ever. I'm more scared of Brock and overall smiling than any other Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like-
actually, I was more scared of dancing Brock. Dancing boombox Brock?
Oh, Brock
Boombox
Party Brock?
Brock.
Come on.
Brock Party.
The
Oh.
Brock Party.
Brock Party was it.
That's Brock Party's next to the mariachi Brock as well.
Oh,
too. So,
for Eddie
mariachi
Guerrero.
Brock. So yeah, Brock Lesnar is definitely, I'm sorry, my number one. Number two is going to have to also go to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Grown up on this man, causing chaos. Just that's the 90s. That's the Attitude Era right there. Yep, right there in the back. Give me a hell yeah. This man has literally done it all. Can't do no wrong with Stone Cold. And number three, I do have a clear number three, and that's well, he's WWE now, but it's spent his career in TNA, and that's AJ Styles.
Mr. TNA, bro.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not gonna lie. So two things. One, Stone Cold as a character was so believable that I used to watch TNA back in the day, and I thought Shark Boy was Stone Cold. That's how much I was invested. like, bro, the whole "give me a shell, yeah" with the water. I was like, yeah, that's Stone Cold. That's all that is. Like, I didn't even know about copyright infringement or character infringement or any of that. I was like, yep. But AJ and TNA, oof.
I was an avid AJ Styles supporter since
my God.
the first time I saw him, and he has just always been incredible. Like, that man put TNA on the map, and the matches that he had in TNA, like some of those are just etched in my brain forever.
Oh yeah.
And he's a part of, in my opinion, the greatest triple threat match of all time, which was in TNA.
I was about to say that with Samoa Joe and Daniels.
Yes, I personally don't. That's the only Meltzer 5-star match in TNA history.
That's crazy.
But yeah, let's not forget about the I don't know if it was a Monsters Ball match or just a cage match with him and Abyss.
Oh, that was the 6th, bro. That's so crazy you say that because we had to watch that for one of my podcasts. Like, but I don't think we ever released the episode, but we had to watch that match.
Oh,
And I will never forget that spot where Abyss hits AJ with the door.
man.
And I thought AJ died right in front of all of us.
Look, man.
Thought we saw a body.
I want to go on record to say that before the whole Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff thing, TNA had some of the greatest matches that WWE, like WWE was great for storytelling, but when it came to matches, like what was it? America's Most Wanted versus Triple X.
The cage?
Yes, and Skipper walks the cage for the Hurricane Rana.
Oh my
Bro,
goodness.
come on.
Crazy.
Like
Insane.
Yo, I was like, nah, you got that. There's no way. There's no other matches like TNA. Like I'm just like, all right, boom. Even though Bubba Ray reinvented himself as Bully Ray, and he had a good stint in TNA, and I'm like, all right.
Listen, contrary to popular belief, I was all about that Aces and Eights storyline in TNA, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit had me by the heart. I was like, yo, this is fire. Like, who's under the mask? I was hyped. Jeff got another title run around there. I was like, this is it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It confused me when when Taz took off the jacket and he had an Aces and Eights vest, and I was like,
right.
Like, what you about to do, Taz? Like,
Taz about to wrestle again,
bro. I was amped. I was like, just put somebody in the Taz mission once. I don't even care.
It was personally great to me until I saw D'Lo Brown, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a wrap. Nothing doing all that. Come on, bro. Get your heads down somewhere.
All that neck motion, sir. Like,
yeah, like, come on. You got to be somewhat paralyzed from all of this.
No, he's not. Draws is.
Come on.
Because of him.
Because of him. Right. I'm sorry. I'm also
too soon.
I'm also riddled with dark jokes.
That was like 20 years ago, bro. I don't think that's too soon.
It's only too soon because Dark Side of the Ring. That's it.
Oh yeah, that too.
Great show.
Right, because Mr. McMahon wanted to name Draws Puke.
So
he's gonna puke.
He's gonna puke.
So is it fair that because Rook King Apollo, you were saying that TNA was great for matches? So do you think that the old TNA is basically what AEW is right now?
This is what I want. Old TNA and AEW do have very similar aspects, but Tony Khan is turning that into more of a WWE safe house in a sense. And there's so many stars in like very independent companies to where they shouldn't just focus on old WWE people. Like, except for God rest his soul, Brody Lee. Like, there's so much people now. Like, Bryan Danielson's coming over. Cool, you got your run. And then, like, Cody Rhodes still trying to keep it together. Nah, bro, just you like, he put on a great match with Sammy Guevara. I'm not gonna lie to you. That TNT match with the fucking Sky Cutter is what I'm gonna call it.
That cutter might have made its way into the top 3 ladder spots of all time.
Yeah, right up there with Jeff and Edge.
And it ain't 3. That's exactly what I said. I was like, that may be up there with the spear, bro.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what kind of old Jeff Hardy matches Sammy Guevara was watching, but that when he jumped and then positioned on the ladder and then jumped off, nah.
Come on, man. That's dangerous.
That's, oh my God.
Right.
But I feel like now AEW, I feel like they should just more focus on their stars because they have so many people. Like, they have mad people. They still have, they have Darby Allin. You have MJF, which shows you. All right, so John Carlos is being stupid. This is why we don't talk to him. You have MJF, who shows you that like speaking wise, promo wise, he can keep up. Because remember, at one point, we wanted CM Punk to face everybody in the promo game. Like, anybody to, bro, all right, well, face CM Punk then. That's all we wanted. And now MJF was like, well, I can do that. Britt Baker.
If not better.
Thank you. Britt Baker is putting on for the women's division. Like, I feel like what AEW should do, in my opinion, is like, just focus on them, because there's 3 shows and I've never seen one episode of AEW Dark.
Yeah, well, they got 4 shows. They got Dark and Elevation, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Dark, Elevation.
I don't got time to tune into those. You know, like,
right.
I see them like when I go to AEW, like I see it before the show, but like I don't got time to tune into that. Like, I got everything else I'm trying to tune into.
Exactly. There's a whole lot that we already like tapping into. Like, when I go to the NXT shows, they have 205 Live, and I see it live. But any other time, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, no, you ain't tuning in.
Yeah, nah,
You know?
no, I'm good.
Now, Dre, to answer your question, I want to say yes, but I feel like TNA knew their stars. Like they're not going to put like TNA had really great matches, even though there's some matches where we're not bringing up. TNA made stars. That's how we got Black Machismo Jay Lethal, because that's how we got early forms of like Xavier Woods. Like they made their stars. I feel like AEW has that opportunity to make their stars, but they're so focused on like they have their hands in too much in the current moment. That's what I think.
Well, they
No,
probably
you
going to
can't.
have their hands on a little bit more because Tony Khan made an announcement that this Wednesday that someone else is debuting for the Face the Revolution qualifying match.
Yes, but look, and then I heard that after this is going to be the last Forbidden Door that he's opening. Like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not like that. For him opening Forbidden Door is what made that's what made it, because now we get to see like, oh well, Kazarian went back to TNA. We were like, oh what? And then TNA also had Guerrillas of Destiny and Jay White. So right now, TNA is the only person that's really winning because they have every wrestling company working with them.
Shout out Jay White.
Man,
shout
Jay
out
White
definitely
don't.
Jay White.
Don't get talked about a lot.
Yeah, Switchblade, baby. He's all of that.
Oh my god, he owned New Japan at one point. Like when Kenny left and AJ left, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna just you need a kaiju for Bullet Club. I got you."
Yeah, no, he did great. He did great in making it different. Losing the rest of them, and he carried that. Shout out Jay White.
Right.
That boy
So
good.
I guess we can that boy good. We can just transition because you said Forbidden Door, because apparently WWE wanted to open their Forbidden Door and bring in their son, Shane McMahon, but also Mickey James at this past Royal Rumble, which, like I said, it was criticized by a lot as basura, trash.
Big trash.
Good at all. Yeah, so we'll start off with you, Daniel. What's your thoughts on this past Rumble?
I mean, I really didn't think anyone was worthy of winning besides Bianca Belair. That's just me. I thought she was gonna get a little repeat. I'm a big avid of Bianca. I don't think anyone's like, once Sasha was out, I didn't think anyone else would be more believable. So these girls got to learn how to throw each other over the top rope, though, because it looked like nobody could just cleanly get thrown over the top rope, and it was really bothering me. Yeah. I'm like, why can nobody just easily get thrown over? Like, why does this look so bad? But, it was whatever as far as, it was cool that Mickey came out and they acknowledged her as the Impact Women's Champion, and she had the belt with her. I was hoping for some more surprises. Melina was kind of strange, but it was all right. Made you feel young.
It was there.
I don't have many like memorable moments left, like at all from like the main Rumble matches, besides like being annoyed. Like Ronda's cool. I don't think she needed to win, but I'm fine with it.
I mean, like with Ronda coming in as a surprise, so to speak, because I don't know if we can label it as a surprise right now. It was all right. Like you said, we don't know if she needed to win. I felt like, Shayna Baszler could have easily done that as well. With Sasha Banks being tossed out early by Queen Selena, which that just didn't lead nowhere afterwards, so it just didn't matter. Like, so they just left the door open where we could have had like a Lacey Evans or Asuka or Alexa Bliss come in there and win it all and create another storyline. Because Ronda could just come in at any time and just basically do a Goldberg and be like, "You're next," and
which is bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I need to calm down.
Fuck Bill Goldberg.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, man. I was a real big Goldberg fan. All right, Goldberg in Elimination Chamber that's like my top 10 because I would watch that because I thought Goldberg was unstoppable. Now, fuck this man. Fuck his old ass.
I don't know if you know, but me and Goldberg have a personal problem with each other. And oh yeah, when he beat Kevin Owens for the Universal title back in 2017, around there. I was tweeting, talking shit to him because I didn't like him. This man personally, privately messaged me on Twitter in my DMs and said, "Watch your back, punk," and then blocked me on Twitter. Didn't even give me the chance to respond.
God damn.
Okay.
Didn't even give me the chance to respond. So ever since, it's been beef ever since.
So what D Wright failed to mention is Goldberg is currently outside of his window playing his music.
I told everybody. My friends was like, "You want to go to Hall of Fame?" I said, "I don't know if you want me to go to Hall of Fame because I might get kicked out for talking shit to Goldberg because he threatened me and then didn't give me a chance to respond, and which makes him soft. And now I was mad at him. So yeah, we got a problem."
So it's on site for you and Goldberg at this point.
Yeah, I really don't like the power that Goldberg had. Where in certain aspects, Goldberg's treated like Brock.
Yeah,
like he just walks in. All right, you're next. What? Why are you doing this one? I'm doing this for my son. Didn't you do that for the last match? That's what you did against Bobby. That's what you get. Like, how many more?
I was so glad his son got his ass whooped. I was happy. I said, "Yeah, Bobby, whoop that little boy's ass."
Bro, I'm so sick of like Goldberg just coming back. Bro, you damn near killed the Undertaker. Like you should stop.
That's for damn sure.
You really should stop. Like, also when it comes to, I'm not gonna lie, Dre, D Wright, I don't know if you said this because I had to beat up my son real quick. So Mickey James coming out to Hardcore Country with the title, bro.
Yes,
I was like, all right, yes.
Country.
I was so watching Thick Melina hit my screens.
Oh yeah.
Also yes. I was
brought back those 16, 17-year-old feelings, you know?
Right. That hopefully I have waist beads now, guys. I don't know what to do with these because my waist is huge. Anyways, so I enjoyed the Women's Rumble, but like I feel like Ronda's inclusion I could have done without.
Absolutely.
Like Ronda really, like, it's not like anybody was like clamoring for Ronda.
No.
We were clamoring for Asuka. Hell, they could have brought back Kairi Sane for a one-off and we'd have been like, all right, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, okay. But like Ronda, no one was like, oh, bring back Ronda. Remember when Shayna Baszler was strong at one point? Like, we was all dumb happy. Now it's just like, okay, all right.
But the thing is, it seems like the Women's Royal Rumble, even though that was lackluster as well, was stronger than the Men's Royal Rumble because
it
just literally had nothing at all.
I'm not gonna lie, the strongest match in the Royal Rumble, in my opinion, was Roman versus Seth.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Roman versus. Let me tell you something. I don't know where we're going with Joker Rollins, but I'm okay with it because when I heard the Shield music, I got dumb amped. Like
bro,
I got dumb happy. Like, I heard that Sierra. I was like, yo, my girlfriend, she was like, what's going on? I was like, you don't hear the Shield music? She was like, what's the Shield? I was like, don't even talk to me right now. Like, I don't even like, yo.
One of the greatest trios of all time.
Yo, in WWE, like, for them to be just all WWE stars, yeah, they made that. And then when
Shield was great.
Oh,
the Shield was so great.
I mean, I'm glad that their later iteration was better than when they initially came in with the black turtlenecks.
Yeah,
like I was like, sir, why are you all hiding hickeys? Like, what's going on? All right, cool. Just take out the Undertaker. That's great. But like, I think that would, like, me personally, that was the greatest match because that Men's Royal Rumble. The moment Brock lost, we was like, all right, well, he's running the Rumble. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like universally, the moment Brock lost, we was like, all right, well, he's running the Rumble. So there's that. I don't know why I'm still watching this.
We got down to number 30. I said, cue the music.
Right. And it's like, you know, even though that we expected it, there still could have been the other surprises. And the fact that there was no NXT people at all in either Rumble, it was kind of mind-boggling. Like no
You should
LA
have gave me
Knight.
Tony D'Angelo, bro. That's what I needed. I need Tony D'Angelo.
You got no Ciampa, no Dunn, no D'Angelo, nobody. Just like we just
you
want
could
to
even if you'd have brought in Braun Breaker, like to put on for his team. Like you gave me nothing. You didn't even give me no random legends.
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller is so good because I want to whoop his ass in real life. He's great at his job. He just looks like somebody I just want to snuff one good time. He's a great heel.
He definitely is.
Look, man, I'm just saying you didn't give me no legends.
No.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. You had Shane McMahon as a.
Don't. Here comes the money, right?
And you had the legend of Summer Rae coming.
Bro,
Summer Rae accompanied by her forehead. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was Summer Rae and her forehead. They took up two numbers.
First of all, I heard Summer Rae's music hit, and I was like, "Who's this bad Latina running to the ring?" Because it's Summer Rae with a tan. I was like, "What happened?" Like.
Nasty work.
I'm just saying, like I don't
nip tuck.
Oh, dude, there was no. I expected so much. Like I feel like, especially with the Rumble, a lot of people expect like last year's Rumble. We got what Edge. I think we got MVP or 2 years ago.
That was 2 years
Christian
ago.
Came last year.
It's not yours.
Christian came last year.
Damian Priest from NXT.
Yeah, and then like 2 years ago we got Edge. We got MVP. Like we got some good stars, but now we're just like, all right, okay, who is this?
Big trash.
And also I feel like they should take out the whole two people, like the two tag teams to a Rumble. Like I don't want both members of the Dirty Dogs in the Rumble. Like give me just one. I don't care much for. I don't care much for. Watch your mouth. I don't care much because Robert Roode's not doing anything. Robert Roode was so good in NXT, and he came up here and did trash. You hear me?
You want to talk about TNA though?
Bro.
Heel champion Bobby Roode in TNA.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
God,
100%.
Let me tell you something. Beer Money. Oh my God, I wanted Beer Money so bad in WWE, and then when I heard James Storm left to go back to TNA, I was like, we were so goddamn close.
Yeah, that was something.
He was like there for 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah, he did like 2 tapings. Then he was like, all right, I'm going to go do the random outside door Hardy's match with Decade. We were like, wait, what? Why? We was like, but why? He was like, yeah, I'm going to just go do that. No, stay with TNA. Stay with NXT. You had a whole last minute, last match TNA thing. Like, that you won. Like, I was like, all right. But yeah, Men's Royal Rumble, Basuda. I didn't like it. I need a redo.
It was not good. It was not good.
It wasn't. Like,
shout out my son Kofi with the sad botch. My son Kofi, man.
Kofi got to retire. He got to retire. That's it.
That was a bad botch.
Yeah, we really. I'm so sad that we really look forward to like Kofi's almost escape, and then Kofi just. It just didn't happen. That's how you
maybe
knew
maybe he was fed up, you know. Maybe he was just fed up. He's like, I'm tired of this.
That's how you knew the Rumble was gonna be trash when Kofi like his whole near escape didn't work, and we're just like, nah, fuck it. All right,
This ain't gonna be good. It ain't good.
It's not, man.
Like, where do we even go from here? Where do we go from here? Like, what do we do? And everyone thought that it would be Ronda and Becky. And apparently it's going to be Ronda and Charlotte.
Which
Right.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just, it doesn't make sense. But
this road to WrestleMania is just going to be Vince's choice at this point because it's either going to be title for title or just random shit going on. So which is crazy.
Also, I was so happy with Sailor Moon, Sasha Banks, and then I was so happy with that. and they just failed me on that too. Like I just
3 minutes later, it's gone.
oh my god, I was like, and then when she eliminated Melina, and then she taunted Melina, I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know who you are, kid. I don't know who you are, kid. Right, every wrestling fan, I don't know who you are, kid, but you're going places.
All right,
was
so
incredible.
we got about 10 minutes left. We're just gonna actually go on into a little bit of wrestling trivia, actually. So we're gonna go kind of like back and forth with Mr. King Apollo, Mr. Daniel Wright, and we're gonna end this off on this. I told you this 50 minutes go by quick. So
That was a blink of an eye. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a blink of an eye.
I feel like I talked for most of it, and I apologize.
He said we got 10 minutes. I said, what time we get here?
I thought we still had 20. Like, yeah, nah. I told you, time goes by quick, and we still got a double feature tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
I just found a bunch of random questions because I was gonna do the guess the theme, but the audio's not working. Thanks, StreamYard. So we'll just do the trivia for now, and then of course I feel like we should do this again another time, fellas, because
I had a great time.
Dope.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we should do this once a week. I'm okay with that.
Well, we also got his own Pop the Boys podcast, so maybe we can just
I don't want to. I feel like on top of his lovely Pop the Boys podcast, that we should have like at least twice a month. That's a little this because this is fun. I'll be honest. This is not as serious. All we did was like vent. That's all we did. We're just three.
That's really what it was.
We're just three angry black men who vented.
Fuck Sean, fuck Rey Mysterio, fuck Ziggler, fuck Goldberg.
I did actually have one. I had one beef with Roman, but I forgave him when he became the tribal chief because they interviewed me on Sports Illustrated. And they were like, "Why don't you like Roman Reigns?" And then he retweeted it, and I was like the thumbnail, and he was like, "Ask yourself if you want to be like the guys in this video. If you want to be like me." I was like, "Oh, great, we got beef now too, guy."
You know what, Mr. Wright? I realize you're kind of like Jim Cornette, but black. You just got beef in random places.
Listen, sometimes I got a little people they got something to say. I ain't gonna back down.
He got his ticket to Saudi Arabia right now, about to be front row for that match. Both of them.
Somebody better whoop Goldberg's ass.
He better, and if not him, then Mansoor, because Mansoor is Mr. WrestleMania over there.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna get this trivia going on. Actually, we'll start off with we actually start off with Daniel earlier. We're gonna start off with King Apollo now. So this question is for you, sir. Who is the only WWE superstar to take the Intercontinental Championship 9 times? I feel like he might not be the only now at this point. This might be an old list.
I think this is an old question.
Yeah. So I guess I could take 2 answers.
It's only there's 2 answers to this question.
Yeah.
I feel like one of them is Chris Jericho.
Yes, sir. Ding. There should be like a ding ding sound effect somewhere.
It's fine. It's fine. I really had to think. I was like, one of them has to be Chris Jericho because that was like that was his.
I think that was his belt. That was his belt. The only other person's The Miz, who would be close to that.
Okay, that's another one of Dre's favorite. I'm surprised he didn't mention him.
So you hate The Miz, Dre?
No, I do. I like The Miz. I like.
You do. That promo he did. His promo on Talking Smack sold me on him. Hated him before that.
Yeah, like the pants Miz was annoying, but once he got rid of those little jean shorts, whatever they were.
Oh yeah, once he left the chick magnet Miz. Nah, man, I was like, all right. Then again, shout out to ECW because they don't get enough respect.
WWECW.
They had one of the greatest champions in Do-Rag Mr. McMahon.
Oh my God.
Do-Rag Mr. McMahon was one of ECW's greatest champions, and he needs his respect.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Because he said, "What up, my nigga," in front of Booker T to John Cena, and we all accepted it.
He didn't even remotely think it was a problem. Like, come on. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the day of the show.
Like, I think about stuff like that. Like, we don't even care about that. Like, Stone Cold Steve Austin beat his wife. No one said anything about it.
Nothing.
And we just glanced over it like it was fine. And to this day, I'm like, what'd she do? Like, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, no one cares.
Remember when early Brian Pillman had a whole gun, and we were just like, "Oh, that's crazy." Now, the show would have got canceled twice over.
Oh yeah, Austin 316 meet Pillman 9mm, bro. Come on, that's one of the hardest lines ever.
Yo, I know everybody who was recording was like, "Nigga, what are you doing?" Like, it was like real gun or fake gun. It was like, "Sir, relax, please." With one leg.
You saw that shit in his eyes too. He was like,
it probably was a real gun. Never know with Brian Pillman. Crazy ass.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. After watching Dark Side of the Ring, I'm pretty sure it was a real gun. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Like, Stone Cold was just like, after the cameras went off, Stone Cold was like, "So you want to put that down because I really thought you was gonna shoot me." And Pillman was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna shoot you. You're fine."
Yeah, no, that was real.
Oh, that was so good. Next trivia for Mr. D. Wright.
Yeah, so we actually got, for representing Black History Month, we actually got a Black History question. Of all the past Black WWE champions, there's only 2 that held the title more than once. Who are those 2?
The Rock and WWE champions?
Yes.
You gotta be specific with that. Okay. More than one occasion. How updated is this? Because if it's not Bobby Lashley, there's not more than 2 Black people that held the WWE championship more than one time.
Yeah, that one was updated. So yeah, it was The Rock and Bobby Lashley, which is crazy to think about.
Just making sure.
It's crazy to think about that they're the only 2 that held the title more than once.
I think Big E was the first. That was the first time a Black WWE champion dropped the title to another Black WWE superstar.
Yep.
Right. And then it went to Brock Lesnar, another Black. All right, Sir Duran, Sir King Apollo. Who was the first ever NXT champion? This is like an East Coast.
Okay. Wasn't it Bo Dallas?
Oh no. No, sir.
It wasn't. I thought Bo Dallas was the first. No?
No, man. You want another guess?
All right. It was Rollins.
It sure was.
Okay.
It sure was.
Goodness gracious.
That's why I didn't want to say it, because I was like, I know you know this.
Okay.
I know you know this.
I'm sorry. I had to respect Tyler Black and all his doings.
Yeah, we also could have technicality, we also could have accepted Wade Barrett, but winning NXT season 1.
Oh God! Wait, what season had Caval on it, aka Low Key? Was it season 1 or 2?
I think that was season 2.
Low Key was a monster.
He was. You don't get no respect though.
I don't know how much respect he actually deserves. I love Low Key, but yeah. I don't know how much respect he actually deserves.
I mean,
as a person,
I feel like his stint in TNA, well, except for this random Hitman thing that he's doing now.
Yeah, that was strange.
I feel like his stint in TNA where he was tagged with Homicide. Yeah. I feel like he gets respect off that.
That was fine. That's fair.
Yeah. Dre, got another one?
So, yeah, I got another one. All right.
Okay.
So, where did it go? Okay. So, who shockingly upset John Cena in a tables match to win his first WWE championship?
Oh, I know this one.
Was it Sheamus?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Sheamus it
you.
is with that
Appreciate that.
classic Cena slip, but he kind of jumped off and hit the edge of the table type of thing. And
Yo,
that was really ridiculous if we're being honest here.
Yo, there was like, no, that counts. All right, I guess Cena's. Then again, can we just talk about how John Cena's moveset is just everywhere? Like, John Cena's moveset is the most well-rounded moveset for someone his size.
We better respect Big Match John, all right? We better respect Big Match John.
He went from the 5 moves of doom, and then somehow he added a springboard cutter, and then he does he did a code red,
yes, sir.
And then he had the Chris Jericho the lightning fist. Like John Cena's moveset is so like.
You better respect that man.
Yo, if you put his moveset on a created character on 2K22, you're instantly a champion.
I pre-ordered it. I might regret it, but I'm hoping that it's great.
I'm hoping.
I think we might be good this time around.
I'm hoping it's good. I'm so confused why 2K19 is still $60.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 2K19. No, 2K20 is still $60 with the
2K20 is worth $10 and a little discount on top of that. That game was big trash.
2K20 is worth $10 with the addition of WWE Battlegrounds, so you can throw them in the air and shoot
Battlegrounds.
them. I don't even know why they came. They was like, you know what? No, you're not getting 2K21. Here's Battlegrounds instead, and we was like, no.
I took it. I was like, oh, all right, this is just a little arcade game. Fuck it, whatever. Like, it was fun. Played it like one day, and I was like, all right, I'm done here.
I think they should remake. I think they should personally remake. I don't know if you guys remember the old. It was a Game Boy Color WWE game where the Undertaker had they had superpowers. So the Undertaker would have he'd summon a coffin. It was weird. It was one of it was like
was
an
it in
older.
Your house?
No, it was a Game Boy. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like a Game Boy Color
weird,
game. And they had it was a wrestling game, but they had superpowers on top of that. So Undertaker would do maybe he'd do a tombstone, and a coffin would appear out of nowhere. It was weird. It was weird to explain. Or they can remake No Mercy. I'm okay with them remaking No Mercy.
I think Here Comes the Pain remake. Here Comes the Pain was next level.
I'm fine. They can remake any of the SVRs, and I'm okay with it. Because let me tell you something. I thought when I had a PSP and I got SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
That was it right there.
That was it. Because
the soundtrack was crazy.
Yo. Let me tell you something. Oh, you couldn't get that out of my hands, especially when I had a created character. And because the PSP graphics were terrible, so he kept on just hitting people with an open fist like this. He couldn't. He couldn't.
You had to do it.
Yo, he couldn't make a fist, so he just kept on hitting people like that, and that's how he punched people. Bro, I couldn't take that out of my hands. And then 2008 when they had ECW, man, listen. Oh,
what a time! What a time to be alive.
Right. Oh my God, that's what I need. I don't know about this AEW game. I heard it might be delayed. I don't know how it's looking right now.
That shit ain't coming out for 4 years, bro.
I don't know how. Right. Look, man. I don't know how it's looking for Ukes, but
blame Aubrey Edwards. That's her problem.
You got beef with Aubrey too?
No, I don't. She's good. She's good people. All right, we're going to end this off on a good note. One last trivia question for Duran, and I say a good note. I mean a positive power of positivity note. Trivia question: who was the only one to defeat Mark Calloway at the grandest stage of them all called WrestleMania?
So my question is, how'd you turn this into a Brock Lesnar question? Because the answer is Brock.
There we go.
But that's a trick question.
Right, because he also lost to he also lost to Giant Gonzalez with a chloroform.
Well,
He
I
lost,
say Mark
he lost to
Calloway.
our tribal chief.
Oh yeah, that's
the
first, but it was I say Mark Calloway because he concussed his man to where he wasn't the Undertaker at that point. He was just Mark.
First of all,
oh wow!
First of all,
he was just Mark.
I was there for that.
The goddamn scene of Undertaker laughing at Brock.
Where he sits up, he's like that face, bro. He's like, ah. Undertaker looked like he laughed in pain, bro.
Bro, it was like literally, he looked like he'd never heard a joke before. And then like that one joke that he just remembered like 5 minutes later, he was like,
He didn't know how to laugh.
At all. Like he's like Kyrie laughing. Because not Kyrie, Kawhi. Kawhi laughing is just terrible.
Straight face.
Oh my god.
All right, fellas. Well, we have reached an hour, 6 minutes. Like I said, we definitely need to do this again. We did the collaboration. Like to obviously thank Daniel for being on here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Joining in. Yeah, this was definitely a pleasure. And like I said, we could definitely do this again, chop this up in either in this show or we join yours or vice versa.
Right. I don't know if your camera can hold 9 people since you already got 7, but
I don't know if we can hold 9, but
just tell
dumb it down a little bit.
Just tell 2 people to call in sick. That's all you gotta do. Just call in sick. We'll take over, then leave.
We could definitely do this again for sure. My good brothers, this was amazing, and thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, let the viewers know where they can find you and where they can find your podcast.
Oh, you can find us at Pop the Boys Pod or at Pop the Boys Podcast. We're on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. You can find me on Instagram at slim_PTB. We're mostly dropping weekly. No, but we just kind of just drop it as it goes. So you just be on the lookout for that. You know, I'm not in charge of none of that shit. So I just show up to work. So it gets out when it gets out.
God, that's all that matters.
That's it.
That's all that matters. Whenever you get a minute.
So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this is another episode of Social Punch. We're probably going to have a double header, and we're going to have the main cast on tonight with Mike Define, with India Ivana, maybe John Carlo, and maybe we'll pop in us too as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in like 2 hours or so. If you get another live notification, it may be us, it may not. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in, and have a good night.
Amsterdam, drunk off vibe. London, England, drunk off vibe. Hit the States and we drunk off vibe. Pretty girl, broke off wine. Flex in a babe. Skirt in a rave. Why y'all in my face? You don't know my name. Drop down. The whole place shut down. Hey, drop down. So much love now. Hey, attitude on what now? Giving you the walk now. You know we don't play that. Full crate, where that bass at?
China, Brazil, India, Spain, Thailand, USA, USSR, Japan, Japan. Round 1. Fight you.